Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Randall Hart. I'm one of the construction accountants here at Fast Easy Accounting, and this short video is going to be a demonstration of how to use our free checklist. Now, the purpose of this checklist, I work with a lot of construction clients and contractors all across the USA, including Alaska and Hawaii. We do quite a bit of outsourcing of their accounting on QuickBooks using our web-based server. One of the things that comes up in our consulting is people ask, Randall, I know I need to be more process dependent and less people dependent, because that's what it's going to take to grow your company, among other things. You've got to be able to duplicate yourself without having to literally clone yourself. And the way to do that is to develop these checklists. Now, I'm a big fan of an author called Michael Gerber. I just can't see the good things about the guy. There's all kinds of people out there like Michael Gerber. There's Dr. W. Deming. There are hundreds of people out there that talk about processes. The problem is that they're on one side of the Grand Canyon and contractors on the other side, and they're saying, yes, I understand, I need a process. How do I do that? How do I bridge that gap? Well, I'm going to help you bridge that gap with this first tool. And if we think of this tool of process development as a 100-story high-rise, this is the first floor. This will get you started. There's a lot more to it, but this is a great place to get started. And this checklist that you're looking at right now is the exact format that we use here at Fast Easy Accounting to develop our processes. It's the exact same format I used. It's much more current now, but I used it in my construction companies in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And as you may know, we sold our last company in 2000, construction. And we're actually full bore into construction accounting. So this system works. Now, this video is being made in 2016, and some of the folks may be wondering, why is this guy still using paper? Because it works. This is actually a Word document, and I'm actually building this on Word 2016. But if you'll notice up here at the very top where it says compatibility mode, it will actually open and work in any Microsoft Word from 1997 clear through the most current version, which right now is Word 2016. No matter what version of Word you have, as long as it's beyond 97, you can use this checklist. So I'm going to give you a demonstration of how it works. You've got your construction business and you've got 1,000 things going all the time. And you know the old story. Sometimes it's hard to remember what you need to focus on when the overall objective is to drain the swamp, but you're up to your waist in alligators. Which one do you do first? I'm going to tell you, this is how you do it, and it's really simple. You pick the low-hanging fruit. Find something super simple, because that super simple will build and go from there. We have literally thousands of pages of checklists for different things to operate our company here. So this is one I've used very effectively with new contractor clients, and it seems to work out pretty effective. I say, get this checklist. By the way, I think you're familiar with this, and if you're not, I put a link here. You can download the checklist from our website. And what you do is replace this text with your checklist. Now here's a real simple one. It's going to sound simple and funny, but it works. Refuel truck. All right. This is a real bugaboo, especially if you have trucks that some of them run on diesel, some run on gasoline, maybe one or two of them run on propane or some other kind of liquid fuel, liquid gas, and I think in the future we'll see a lot more electric trucks. But just for now, refuel the truck. And here's the problem. We've had several contractors that I've worked with, and I said, there's a few things you need to do. I'll get to it later. And one of the things that I recommend all contractors do is get a label. You can buy them, you can make them, it doesn't matter. Get a good, strong, waterproof label that says gasoline, and put that label nice and big on the gasoline fuel tank of the truck. I prefer actually gasoline only. Then you get another sticker that says diesel only. Please do not presume or assume that everybody knows, because guess what? Everybody doesn't. And so first thing you do is get some labels, put them on your fuel tanks. It may seem silly. It may even seem sillier if you're working by yourself. You're a contractor doing your own thing. That's the time to do it, because build your processes early. So refuel the truck. Now, I started you out with a start date and 2 headers. You can easily change any of the stuff you want. And I'm going to say, just for discussion purposes, we might want to just change this to arrive at fuel station. I say fuel station because some of you folks have card lock. Some of you go to the BP or Chevron or Exxon or Texaco or whatever. So arrive at fuel station. I like, this is optional, to have the date. And if you notice the date, it's just an underscore is all it is. 1, 2, 3, 4 slash 1, 2, 3, 4 slash 1, 2, 3, 4. I have done this for a lot of years. This format works great. And also, this format here with the diamond is fantastic. You'll see why in a minute. Now, look at the next line. I suggest record mile, EAGE, mileage, shift underscore, which is just to the right of the 0, the top line of your keyboard, normally, depending on what kind of computer you're using. And that's actually a little bit long. You want to shorten it down just like that. Okay, on this particular one, we really don't need another heading. So the next thing I would suggest in this example is find sticker, learn how to type. Guess I'm going to do a typing class again. Find sticker on fuel tank labeled, L-A-B-E-L-E-D, labeled gasoline or D-I-E-S-E-L, diesel. Okay. Whoops. Hit the delete key, hit the enter key, and if sticker reads gasoline, fill fuel tank with lowest, it can be lowest or highest or middle, whatever you decide, octane fuel available. Alright, now I'm going to cheat. I'm going to click on Shift and Home, copy it, Control C, Shift and Home, Control V, and Victor, and say if sticker reads D-I-S-E-E-S-E-L, fill fuel tank with street legal. There's all kinds of different names for it, but street legal. D-I-E-S-E-L. Available. And we really don't need a word available, because usually it comes in either street, on-road, off-road use. So you might want to say on-road or off-road as it depends on the situation. We don't need this one, and we don't need that, so I'm doing shift and arrow down, get rid of a few things. Now, what I kind of like is a little heat and pressure, if you please. So I shifted, went down, I went back, and I backspaced, and I went down, shift, end. I'm going to type in sign here, because a funny thing happens when people have to sign something. They tend to pay more attention. I want to leave a little space, And there's a few notes that they need to make some notes. Okay. The reason I'm really intent on this, because I've had a number of contractors, over a dozen over the years, where I've said, please put a label, gasoline or diesel, in your trucks. And they say, I don't need to do that. People aren't stupid. Well, that's true. People are not stupid. People do make mistakes. And more than once, a contractor called up and said, I can't believe it. I should have paid attention to you. We hired a new guy who knew nothing about the difference between diesel and gasoline and took the diesel truck and filled it full of gasoline. It went for about 3 or 4 miles or 10 minutes or whatever it is. I'm not a mechanic. And the engine seized up. And now I found out it's going to cost me over $10,000 to get the engine rebuilt, whatever they got to do, plus the time that truck is down. So please don't make a $10,000 mistake, because that comes out of your bottom line. And let's say, for example, that you're making a 2% net profit. Well, guess what? You've got to sell and install 200. Let's see, is it that much? It's I guess it's almost a lot of money, a lot of work. Maybe the $10,000 boo-boo. So let's not digress too far. Any event, that's the end of that. I hope this helps. Then what you should do is you'll take it from there. You can print it up, you can put it on the clipboard and give the person and say, go fuel the tank, and let them fill in the date, the mileage, and sign it. Do you really care about the date, the mileage, and sign it? No. What you care about is the person follow directions. Now, I want to enlighten you on something else. Very important. A lot of folks ask, Randall, it looks like you capitalized each word. Why is that? You don't need to. When you're reading a book or a text or something of that nature, no, you don't need to capitalize each word, because there's a part of our brain called the reticular activation device. And if you read something like this, fine sticker on fuel tank labeled gasoline or diesel, then your mind, well, it can't help it. It stops at every capitalized word and it reads it. And I want the person to stop at every word and read it. That's why I recommend you capitalize. Because if you do sentence case, where this is the only word capitalized, this is all lowercase, they're just going to buzz right through it and not pay attention. I want them to I want to use their brain the way it's designed so that they stop and read it and pay attention. And there's something magical about signing something. People get real responsible when you got to sign something. So I hope that's been helpful. That's the first thing you do. Then from there, you can come up here, you can say File, Save As, and a lot of people know this. There's not a lot to it. You pick a folder, and you can save it there. You can change the name. And let's just say I'm going to save this one as Checklist Fuel. I'm going to save it as a Word document. And guess what? Here's a little trick that a lot of people know it, but not everybody knows it. You can go in here, and this works with, I believe it's Word 2000 and forward. But check your Word document. You can also save it as a PDF. You do not need Acrobat. So you can save that as a PDF if you so desire. There it is. It's as a PDF. So guess what? PDF works on just about anything. You don't have to have Word, and you don't have to be concerned if someone is going to go in and print a document and somehow change something, because if it's in PDF, unless you have Acrobat, it's real difficult to change it. See? So I'm going to different things. I'm trying to change it. So I'm going to go here to gasoline. I'm going to start typing. Nothing happens. This is beautiful. Now I can go in here and File and Save As again. Checklist PDF. And guess what? It's right there. I'm going to replace it. Doesn't matter. Develop it in Word. Change it in PDF. You're good to go. Simple as that. And there's quite a bit more to this, but I just want to be brief and get you started. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please contact us. Fast Easy Accounting, 206-361-3600. 3950. Also, feel free to contact Sherry directly by her email, and her email is sharie@fasteasyaccounting.com. Thank you very much. Bye for now.